A man known by many names, Soul Brother #1, King of the One-Nighters, Mr. Sax Machine, the hardest working man in show business, the godfather of soul, a national treasure. God, we got a lot of white people in this band. James Brown! Woo! That was great. I love that, man. Woo! Come right over here. Yes. Oh. Hello. And even bought, I love to talk about shoes, but even bought new shoes for the gig tonight.
Yeah.
These are the silver tip.
That's right.
Oh, yes. Put one up
Hello, hello, hi.
there. Isn't that great? Put one of these up here, James, if you don't mind.
No, I want to step out. I don't like to throw my feet up because I mean, after all, you know, I want to brag.
Look at this.
Oh. Thank you.
Who taught you? Who taught you? Because everybody says that the Genesis was James Brown, the godfather of soul, but who taught you?
Who taught me?
Mm-hmm.
God. Thank you, God.
It just happened.
Yeah, through trial and error and hard times and being motivated by people, you know. They make you do things you don't think you can do.
All those tricks with the microphone where you fall down, inspiring artists, everybody from Michael Jackson to MC Hammer to Huey Lewis and the News and people like that. Did you practice in your bedroom or did you go out on the baseball field when you had an injury that time or what did you do?
No, when I got very hungry, I come up with anything I could to eat.
Yeah.
It was very hard for me, you know, not being able to get a formal education and having to really work hard. I mean, hard, you know. So I kept my mind on it, and I was sincere with what I had to do. But it couldn't be possible without the people, you know. That's really all of it.
They came up with all these names. Which one do you like the best? I had about 5 or 6 just then.
My father's name he gave me, Junior.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't mind if people call you Junior?
No, I know.
Well, Junior, let's go back a little bit here. Oh, I am so glad you're here. You know, I used to follow you into the Greensboro Coliseum, and you'd be an absolute wet, drenched human being. I'd say that's the best show I ever saw. And then boom, out of nowhere, like shot out of a cannon, you grabbed some more adrenaline, and you came back out and you did these encores that nobody could believe.
Well, that's because I love it and I respect it, and I try to give it everything I got. I want to give the people 1,000% because they took me out of a very humble beginning in a poverty-stricken family in the area. And again, I say, you know, I just can't do enough for the people because when I do it for them, I know that everything is all right for me.
It gives it right back. Speaking of people, people have sampled your voice in recordings now more than any person I have ever heard. And let me explain sampling for those who don't know. Sampling is a new technique where you can take a record and you can take that record and record it through digital audio transfer. So there's no loss in quality. And you can get things like,
I feel good!
Or,
what you gonna play now?
And thank you for allowing some people to do it. I know that you don't always get paid for this, though. How does that work?
Well, I tell you, the attorneys, the artists are doing a great job, you know, and I thank them for what they're doing. But there are copyright laws that you're supposed to pay whoever it belongs to, and I think the lawyer's gonna have a little fun, but I mean, I love the entertainers. You know, I'm not really hung up in that way because I'd probably do something for the homeless, or the school system.
Has anybody paid you yet for any of this? Because I hear your voice.
MC Hammer. MC Hammer.
I'm going to give him a hand. I'll tell you what. Tell you what, stay right here. We're going to come back and talk about James Brown's beginnings, talk about what it's like, well, doggone it, in jail.
Yeah.
And we're going to get right into it when we get back into the night. Stay here. Could you have done it without the capes, James?
I probably couldn't have.
Yeah.
Because at least I got a chance to rest, you know.
That cape was a great idea. I mean, the whole package.
That montage of a cat blowing herself away, that was just unbelievable, you know. And I just thank God for that kind of energy. But I tell you, when I look back at it, sometime I went to see the TAMI show after we finished it, and I said, I'm glad they applauded, but if I had seen that guy do that, I'd think he was crazy, you know.
Never.
I mean, but you know, I think it's the energy, I guess, that's come, you know. People can make it do what they want to do. They keep applauding more and more. I did about 6 encores one night because of that, you know.
They just go crazy?
More, you know.
What was your best night on stage? Look, he might have to get up and work out for you. Can you think of a year, can you think of a time on stage where it was just so much magic you couldn't believe it?
I think the TAMI show was probably the highlights of a lot of things. Because being an R&B act in those days, before soul really come in, because we were playing like a little different kind of music until Papa's Bag got into it, you know. Because that was the conversion of basically all of the music was Papa's Bag on 1 and 3 as opposed to 2 and 4.
Right.
But when I did the TAMI show, and I was doing Night Train, and that was just unbelievable because we had the Rolling Stones, Supremes, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye.
Yes. Yes.
And thank you.
Is Marvin Gaye, would you say he is your favorite? Who's James Brown's favorite?
Now you're gonna put me on the spot. When you become the godfather of soul by their choice, you can't say who you love. But
Who's
you
some
love
of your
everybody.
favorites?
I love them all.
All.
Yeah, I can't really go. But I do miss the Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, Marvin Gaye, people like that. And Elvis.
How about that? Didn't you go?
And recently we lost David Ruffin. Give David Ruffin a big round of applause.
Yeah. You mentioned Elvis. Just a sec. You actually went to see Elvis the day after he died.
Yeah, a very strange experience because, you know, I've always been like, I don't know what you call it. People pass, you know, and you view the casket and kind of stay back there, you know. But when I went by to see Elvis and then Otis Redding. I saw Elvis and I put my hand on him. I say, as a couple of friends, I say, you rat? With tears in my eyes, I say, you left me. You know what I'm saying?
I sure do.
Because he opened up a lot of doors because of social reasons, a lot of other things that we couldn't get through. And when he opened those doors up, then it would start happening. Somebody has to open the door. You know, singing hard all my life, but those certain doors has to be opened by different people, you know. And Elvis opened a lot of those doors.
Let's talk about it.
Then I helped Otis Redding come along, and Otis became a super, so, you know. But you miss those kind of people, Janis Joplin, people like that, you miss them.
Talked about doors. Let's talk about that door you didn't want to open. That cell door.
Well,
Age 16, you had a taste of it, and then some weird experience happened to you, and you found yourself back in a situation you didn't want to be in jail.
Yeah.
Take us back there.
I didn't really want to be in there, but I had a choice. I had a choice to plead guilty to something I was not guilty of 6 months or 6 years. If I had pleaded guilty, I would have done 90 days. But I've always told people to be proud and be who you are. And I can't fight the system.
But why no plea bargain? There's so many plea bargains.
The plea bargain was there if I wanted to plead guilty.
You could have gone in for 90 days,
That's right.
Junior.
That's right. But you know, sometimes Junior grows up to be a man and still be Junior.
Yeah.
And I just remain a man, and I came out with my pride and dignity, and I thank God for that, and I thank God for the people.
Did jail alter your perception of life?
jail didn't alter it, but it made me know that the struggle is here and not for race, it's for people. And if you don't have certain things at certain times, support from people, and you're gonna have to face it. So I faced it, but I enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed it because I learned there are a lot of things that are more valuable than what I was doing. There are a lot of people need you, and there are a lot of us forgot our duties to ourselves. And the young people really need more role models, and education is probably the most important thing right now. Because if you know it, they can't take it away.
It's almost surprising coming from you because of your background and everything else, but that's amazing. It really is.
Well, I have a real reason to push education because I've had 4 fortunes taken away from me because of the fact that I had to trust a lot of people. In some areas, I should have been able to be more familiar.
Right.
And thank God I've always been able to replenish myself.
I should consider myself
education.
lucky. I've only had 1 taken away from me, so.
I mean, this man is right. Give him a big round of applause because I really shared it too. I really.
I got nothing left. No, I want to.
Oh, you got something left. You got your self-respect, your integrity, and your manhood. You have a choice to be that, or you can be Junior.
Junior got to keep his hair in prison. They didn't make you shave your head or anything.
No, I didn't want to. You know, I was ready to do whatever it took, you know. But I mean, everybody there was great, you know. It did not happen in prison. It happened in the lockup situation,
right.
The procedure, the arrest situation, which we need law. You got to have law. Without law, then we'd all be outlaws. But there are some situations that need to be checked out. And I'm not going to come down on people because a lot of officers, they leave their families and don't return, and they're doing a great job, but there are some people that might be a little anxious and overreact.
James,
and when they do that, they cause a lot of good people to suffer.
So glad you're back. So glad you're here. I want to come back and talk about a wild tour that you put together. I think everybody's ready for this. James Brown, hot new concert, his relationship with MC Hammer, too. Right after this.